It's just a stone, right? Something lying on the ground. Something you can sit on without a second thought. But in yogic tradition, a stone is never just a stone. There are yogis who will walk miles but still refuse to sit on a random rock. Not because of comfort, not because of fear, but because of something far more subtle, something most people never notice. Stay with me till the end because what seems like a simple habit actually touches the boundary between ancient awareness and modern science. In yogic culture, everything is seen as a form of energy, not just living beings, but objects too. A stone, a tree, a piece of soil, all are different organizations of the same underlying existence. The difference is not whether something has energy, the difference is how it holds and expresses it. Yogis don't look at a stone as dead, they look at it as stable but still responsive. There is a deep idea in yogic tradition that physical objects can retain impressions, not like human memory, but as subtle patterns. Places where intense activity has happened, places where many people pass through, places charged with emotion or intent. These can leave a certain quality in the material around them. A stone in such a place is not neutral. It carries something, even if you cannot see it. Now, this may sound abstract, but modern science has explored similar ideas. There is something called material memory in physics and engineering. For example, certain materials retain stress patterns even after force is removed. Metals and crystals can store structural changes based on past conditions. In shape memory alloys, the material remembers its original form. Even more interesting, research in surface physics shows that materials interact continuously with their environment, absorbing heat, electromagnetic exposure, and even microscopic residues. So, while science doesn't speak in terms of energy impressions like yogi culture, it does confirm this. Matter is not passive, it records interaction. There is also research in environmental psychology. Studies show that physical environments influence human mental states. Certain spaces increase calmness, others increase stress or alertness. Materials, textures, and surroundings affect perception. Even something as simple as sitting on cold stone can affect body temperature, nervous system response, muscle tension. Now imagine someone who is highly sensitive internally, a yogi. They are not just reacting physically, they are noticing subtle shifts most people ignore. Sadhguru often explains that sensitivity increases with awareness. He says if you become sensitive enough, you will see that everything around you influences you, not just physically, but energetically. For a yogi, this is not belief, it is experience. So, choosing where to sit is not casual, it is conscious. A stone is different from other surfaces. It is dense, it is stable, it holds temperature and structure for long durations. Scientifically, stone has high thermal inertia. It holds heat or cold for long periods. Low flexibility. It does not dissipate pressure easily. Long exposure to environmental conditions, which means whatever it has been exposed to, it tends to retain. So, from a yogic perspective, a random stone is an unknown variable. In yogic practices, the body is not just physical, it is a sensitive instrument. Posture matters, surface matters, contact matters. Even small disturbances can affect breath rhythm, mental focus, energy balance. So yogis eliminate randomness. They don't leave things to chance. Traditionally, yogis sit on cloth, grass, natural fibers. Why? Because these materials act as insulators. Even in modern science, insulation is used to control interaction, to reduce unwanted transfer, whether thermal, electrical, or environmental. So, this is not superstition, it is systematic control of variables, precision, not fear. This is where people misunderstand. Yogis are not avoiding stones because they are bad, they are simply being precise. Just like an athlete, controls diet and environment, a yogi controls inner conditions. Because the goal is not comfort, the goal is clarity. The real teaching here is not about stones, it is about sensitivity. Most people live in a dull state. They don't notice subtle influences. But as awareness grows, you begin to feel everything more clearly. Places affect you, people affect you, even objects affect you. Science explains this externally through environment, materials, and physiology. Yogic tradition explains this internally through perception, sensitivity, and awareness. Different languages, same direction, both pointing to one truth. You are constantly interacting with your surroundings. You don't need to fear stones, but you can begin to observe. Where do you feel calm? Where do you feel restless? What kind of spaces support you? Because awareness begins with noticing, not believing. So, why do yogis never sit on just any random stone? Not because the stone is dangerous, but because they are no longer unconscious. They understand something simple. Nothing is truly neutral. Everything has an influence. And when you're seeking inner stillness, even the smallest detail matters. If this made you look at the world a little differently, share this video with someone curious about deeper awareness. And for more insights that bridge ancient wisdom and modern understanding, like this video and subscribe.